What's up everybody? In today's video, I'm going to be using this whiteboard to explain to you how to get your first paid client in business. Now, it's not only just going to be how to get your first client, but how to go on and continue on from there. From the point where you have no clients at all to having consistent lead flow, having consistent clients coming in through into your business since the very start. If I knew this information, it would have saved me years of time. So I'm going to be using this whiteboard to explain to you how exactly to skip those years of wasted time so you can go straight into making money. Let's go. Just getting it out there. In order for you to make money with your business, you have to, one, have a business. Without a business, your business is not going to make any money. Getting the obvious out there. But what exactly is a business and how do you make money with your business? Through transactions. And why would people pay you? People would pay you for your skill sets. Okay. So in order for your business to make money, you have to learn skill sets. Now, skill sets can be different things. Different businesses require different skill sets. For example, a photographer needs to understand how to do photography or videography. An editor has to learn how to do editing. A marketer has to understand marketing. A salesman has to understand sales. These are different sorts of skill sets. Why is this important? You not only have to understand your skill set that requires to scale your business, but you also have to master your skill set. Now that is something that a lot of people do not understand. You have to master your skill set in order for your business to work. You are the expert in your industry, whatever your business is. I don't care what your business is, but if you have a service business, you have to master your skill sets. Now, you understand that you have the skill now. You mastered your skill. What is the next step once you master your skill? Well, of course, the main thing about a business is money. You have to get clients. So how do we get clients? Because getting clients when you're first starting out in business is one of the hardest things that you can possibly do. Getting your first client is always more difficult than getting your 100, 200, 1000 client. Now that you've mastered your skill set, you have to go through client acquisition and lead generation. Now that may be jargon to you and you may not understand what I just said, but I'm going to explain it to you right now. Now, there are 4 core ways for you to get clients. These 4 ways include 1, cold outreach. 2, warm outreach. 3, content creation. 4, paid advertising. Okay, these are the 4 key ways to get clients. Shout out to Alex Hormozi. So, cold outreach means that these people do not know who you are. Now, ways that you can do cold outreach is through emails, cold emailing, through DMs, and through calls. Now, depending on which one you choose to do your cold outreach in, depends on how many of them you do. So if you are doing colds, what I recommend my mentees to do is they call at least a minimum of 300 people every single week. Now you can divide that as many times as you want to throughout the week. It does not really matter. I would say around 60 people per day. Emailing, you want to make sure whichever email you're using, you don't flag your email address. So whenever you send out any emails, your email address will get banned or go through spam. And DMs, same thing. Depending on which social media platform you're using to cold DM, have a look at what the limit is so you don't get your account banned for potentially being a robot. So cold outreach means that they don't know who you are. Warm outreach means that they do know who you are. Now this could be family. I'm gonna just write fam. Don't know if you can see it, but sure look. It could be friends. It could be mutuals. Okay, so these people, these people know who you are and they know that you exist. So you outreach to these people that you already know. Warm outreach is much easier than cold outreach. And then the third way is content creation. This is you making content to strangers. These people know who you are or may not know who you are, but you're outreaching to them by making content. They see your content, they see your information, they understand what you do, and they think in their head, okay, this person knows what they're talking about. Now you can use this throughout a personal brand. Ways that you would do that would be through talking about yourself, talking about your story, providing value to your ideal client, your ICP. And these people will have a look at your account and see your content and they will outreach to you, hopefully. And the fourth way is through paid advertising. Now, I think we all understand what paid advertising is. You have content that you pay for your social media platform or whichever platform you use for the ads to boost out to people, so then they will see your ad and hopefully click your link and book in a call or to contact you in any way, shape or form. Now that we've used and understand the 4 ways to outreach, you are going to stick with one of them or find out which one you prefer. And once you find out which one is best, that you not only just like, but whatever works for you and your business, you're going to stick with that. And you're going to stick with going through with absolute volume, because volume negates luck. And the more volume you do, the more chance you have of signing your first ever client. Before I continue on in the whiteboard, if you would like me to help you to scale your business, message me the word mentor on Instagram. My Instagram is NathanDunn7. DM me the word mentor. I'm currently doing a one-on-one mentorship program helping people scale their businesses. And also, if you'd like to access my community with my self-improvement community, with my network with inside of that, you can click the link in the description. It's called Datasets VIP. I will attach both links into the description. So after the video, I'll continue on with this. Have a look at that and we can go on from there. Anyways, back to the drawing board. Now that we've gone through understanding that we must master our skill sets, so we can provide value to our clients. And now that we understand that we've mastered our skill sets and we know how to outreach to get leads, we are going to use this into full effect to get our first client. How do we do that? So when you're outreaching, what you want to do is you want to work. Now this is going to be difficult for some of you to hear, because it was for me at the start, but you just have to drop your ego. You have to work for free. Now you're going to work completely for free for around 5 people, okay? You're going to outreach and sign 5 clients completely for free. Why? Numerous reasons. One is that you have no case studies, you have no testimonials, you have no proof or results that you can actually provide the value or get the results to your ideal client, okay? They have no reason to trust you. You're somebody who's cold called them or DM'd them, or they've seen you on social media through your content, or they just seen and clicked onto your ad, but they have no idea that you can actually do what you say you can do. Why? Because you have no result and you have no clients yet. So this is where we establish trust. So you're going to work completely for free for around 5 people for around 3 months. Okay. Now, why is it important that we work for them for 3 months? This gives us enough time to get our clients results. And now that we've mastered our skill, we can comfortably feel that we are confident that we can provide value to our clients. So you're working with them, 5 people, completely for free. And in return, all you ask for is a testimonial. This is one of the most key parts in this entire video. You have to get a testimonial. Now, you'll get a testimonial happily of these people if you provide good value. Now, you don't just get testimonials here, you also get experience within the marketplace, which is also important. You have no idea how to handle a client. You have no idea, like, essentially what you're doing. So you are going to work with these people completely for free. Now, see these 5 people that you're working for? They're going to give you a testimonial and you're going to get them results. Now, hopefully you've gotten them results. And with the testimonials that you've gotten those 5 people off, you are going to use those 5 testimonials as leverage. Now, with these 5 testimonials, you are going to use them as leverage to get paid clients. Now, Nathan, how do we do that? Well, there's multiple ways that this works, okay? You are going to get paid clients by using this because, now the way that we get paid clients with our testimonials is, let's say this is you, okay? This is you. I'll just write down you. You approach Paul and you shake Paul's hand and you say, "Hi Paul, I'm going to work with you completely for free and get you results." Now you're doing social media marketing for Paul and you have generated over 5 grand for Paul. So Paul has made 5 grand from you. Now you are going to say, "Oh, well, Paul, I've generated 5 grand for your business. Is it possible for you to give me a testimonial?" And he'd be like, "Yeah, obviously, of course I'll give you a testimonial. You've had to give me 5 grand towards my business." So then you're going to give that testimonial over here to Brian. Now you're going to approach Brian and tell Brian, hi Brian, I have just made Paul's here, by the way, in case you couldn't see his name. I've just made Paul an extra 5 grand in his business. He does the exact same thing for you, and I think I know exactly what's preventing your business from scaling. Now, obviously, you're not going to phrase it exactly like that, but you kind of get the gist. You're explaining to him how you can get him the exact same results that you've gotten Paul. Now, of course, Brian's going to say yes because you're an absolute G, okay? And you said it so well, and you were a gent, and you were polite, and you were extremely helpful, and you were a good salesman. So Brian obviously says yes, but you don't just make money off Brian over here. Because you've made Paul 5 grand, Paul is going to want to work with you for an extended period of time. He's going to want to extend your partnership. Why? Because you've already generated him over 5 grand within 3 months of working with him. So you now have Brian, who you approached using leverage on Paul's testimonial. So now Brian is now working with you. And also, Paul is going to pay you because he wants to work with you because you've generated him an extra 5 grand to his business. Now keep in mind, you're working with 5 different people. There's 5 Pauls. So hopefully, if you're lucky, you get all 5 Pauls because you've generated them such good results with your service to pay you. Right? So I'm going to give you a little debrief. You're going to repeat that process over and over again from outreach to getting clients. You don't have to work completely for free again. You just needed experience, you needed testimonials, and you needed results. So you could use it as leverage to get your clients. So we go from our debrief. The first thing we do is we start our business. Okay, again, no business success. So we've started our business and we understand that in order for us to make money, we have to learn different skill sets. Now, depending on your business, you will require different skill sets. So now that you've had your skill sets and you've also mastered them, you are going to start outreach. So you started outreach using the 4 core ways of getting clients. Now that was through cold and warm outreach, content creation, and ads. So you have your business, you've learned the skill sets it requires for you to provide value to your clients, and then you've started your outreach, and now you are outreaching to people and you are working completely for free. For how many people? For 5 people. This is really bad writing. I really apologize. Jesus. Hold on. There you go. And you're working with them for free and you're getting around 5 people to do that. Now with those 5 people, you are going to get testimonials because you generated them such good results with whatever value you are trying to provide them with. Now that you have the testimonials, you are going to use the testimonials for leverage. You're going to use them for leverage to what? To get paid clients. You tell Brian that you generated Paul 10 grand or X results, or you saved them X time. Business owners care about how much time or money you save them. That's the most important thing. So you use all of these 5 people to get testimonials, so then you could use the testimonials for leverage to get paid clients. And now not only are you using those 5 clients, and you've generated them such good results that them too became paid clients. And then it's just a repeated cycle. And that's it. That's it. You started your business, you learned your skill set so you can provide good value. You've done the outreach with cold, warm content creation or paid ads. You've then landed 5 clients that you're working for completely for free so you can get them results. So then they will give you a testimonial in return. And with that testimonial, you're going to use the testimonial for leverage to get more paid clients because you now have proof that you can do what you actually say that you can do. And not only are you getting random paid clients that you didn't work with before, but also the 5 people that you worked with completely for free are going to want to pay you as well because they understand that you can do what you say you can do. This may be simple or may seem complicated to you, but regardless, if you just follow the steps, it's going to work. It's the same thing with a Lego piece. When you look at the box, it looks complicated. Maybe when you look at this, it looks complicated. But when you follow the instructions of the Lego box, when you follow the instructions of the whiteboard, and you just go with the process, eventually you are going to build your Lego piece. Eventually, you're going to build a successful business. I hope this video helped. Again, if you'd like me to come into your business and help you scale it, you can DM me the word mentor on Instagram. It's Nathan Dunn 7. I'm going to attach a link below regardless. And if you'd like to join my community to access all of my business information and my self-improvement content and my network, you can also find it in my description under Datasets VIP. I hope you found this video valuable, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.